Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. For this one it is Red Max. Yes, Red Max, not Blue Max. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. It is the last V8 that has returned to haunt us. For this game you basically take out the soundtrack, the one good thing that the last V8 had, and replace it with one that is staggeringly mediocre, and then you change the graphics for the car to that of a motorbike, and the last V8 becomes Red Max. This is a demo that is starting up, but I will quickly interrupt it so that I can get this over and done with. Now, there is no speech in this game, which is actually a good thing when you think back to what the speech was like in the last V8. So the other thing that has changed, the control method is slightly different. Well, actually it's very different. You use fire button to accelerate and then left and right to turn. So anyway, the idea of the game then is you need to clear out all of the mines within the area, and in order to do that you also need to deactivate these various, there you go, called laser fences. Yes, laser fences. So you can access these particular areas here. Now, this laser fence is now back in operation. So let's see if we can just about made that. Your shield strength absolutely fucking plummets. Get the fucking right now. It's gonna cut. Yeah. Anyway, the level doesn't reset when you lose a life, and unlike the last V8, you do actually have lives. You have 3 lives as opposed to just a. Oh fucking hell! As opposed to just the 1 life that you get in the last V8. Okay, let's disable this fence and see what's down here. But yeah, this is pretty much it. There are also these like flashing barriers there. Obviously you can drive through them when the flashing has stopped. Which, as you've seen, doesn't happen very often, and I'm sure I was not actually in contact with that fence there, but oh, fuck you, who cares? Oh. But what you can also clearly see is that David Darling thought if there was one thing that made the last V8 great, it was the fact that the playing area was only 1/3 of the screen. That was the thing that really made the last V8 popular. So he decided to keep that for this. So again, you've got this status panel or info panel, which is taking up 2/3 of the fucking screen, when it could easily have been a lot smaller, resulting in us being able to see more of the actual playing area. But no, you can't do that. So all the status panel shows you is your MPH and your RPM. Well, there's a temperature gauge, so why it's there I don't know. Same with the oil light, I don't know why that's there. And then your fuel and your shield. You'll notice actually that the shield plummets when you come into contact with anything. This is another demo mode, so I'll get out of this and then I'll start another go. No, it's either another go or another game. I don't particularly want to do either, but... So we'll drive over here, deactivate that fence, but as you've seen, they don't stay deactivated for long. And of course, so many of these mines are in really fucking awkward places. Now, you had a Commodore 128, and you, for some inexplicable reason, also had the last V8 for that computer. This level is even more familiar to you because the first level of the last V8 on the Commodore 128 plays just like this, driving around picking up or defusing mines within a particular area. So all that David Cunt has done is take one level from an existing game and thought, well, that game was so fucking popular. My fuel is very low, so I'll pick up the fuel here. There we go. Yeah, he thought, yeah, the last V8 was so popular, but the first level you could only play that on the Commodore 128, so I'll make an entirely new game based on that one level. That's fucking good of him, wasn't it? So as you can perhaps tell, I fucking detest this game, which is no less than it deserves, because it is the last V8 being brought back to haunt us, and nobody wanted that. I mean, it's more playable than the last V8 purely because, you know, there's no fucking annoying time limit, and there's no you know, set route that you must follow. You can drive around the open here and hope to fuck that you can actually get somewhere. See, I was barely in contact with that fence for any time, and yet my shield is, well, I've lost 2/3 of the shield. So, I mean, in one sense, yeah, okay, it may be slightly different from the last V8, but in other areas, many other areas, yeah, it's exactly the fucking same. Ludicrously hard, fucking ridiculously small playing area, a stupidly over fucking large status panel, which for the vast majority of it tells you next to fuck all. And it's just fucking shite. The actual motorbike sound rather reminds me of the your ship in Sanction. That's not a good thing. I don't really need to or want to be reminded of Sanction in any way. As far as I can tell, there is no score. I certainly can't see one here. So, well, how you are supposed to compare how well you're doing with anyone else, I don't know. And my fuel is very low, but frankly I couldn't give a monkey's toss. I just found the fuel, but I've crashed, so... and then of course it sends you back to the same starting point all the time. So yeah, it's a fucking pile of shit. I fucking hate this game just as much as I hate the last V8. So graphics are No, the graphics are fucking bollocks. The audio is nothing to write home about at all. And gameplay just doesn't fucking exist. So, I rate this game 0 and strongly recommend that you have absolutely fuck all to do with this game in any way, because it's just a fucking load of bollocks. So that is Red Max, and that mercifully brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.